Hello, everyone. It's Tiffany Shlain from San Francisco. I'm co-founder of 50/50 Day and director of the film 50/50. I wanted to welcome all the thousands of screenings. We have over 11,000 screenings in all 50 states and in 65 countries, all talking about what it's going to take to get to 50/50. I want to move this conversation forward, and we have a fantastic person who's been a big champion of 50/50 Day, Eva Longoria. And I want to welcome Eva. And
hello.
Hello. And I want to tell you about you. You may think you know her, but there's a lot more to know. She is an actor, an activist, producer, director, and entrepreneur. She was nominated for a Golden Globe for her work on Desperate Housewives. And she is the founder of the Eva Longoria Foundation, which empowers Latinas to reach their full potential through education and entrepreneurship. In 2013, Eva received her master's degree in Chicano Studies from California State University, Northridge, with a thesis that examined Latinas in STEM careers. Fantastic.
Yay.
How wonderful. And I wanted to tell you, you just released a very potent op-ed on Refinery 29 today for 50/50 Day about Latinas in STEM. And I'd love to hear, why don't you tell us what it's about? It's fantastic. I recommend everyone that's watching to read it, but why don't you tell us more about it?
Yeah, I also posted it on all of my social media channels. So if you can't find it, just go to my social media. And first of all, congrats to Tiffany for thinking of this simple idea.
It's a whole bunch of people, but thank you.
I mean, but it's just seems like a no-brainer. It seems like it is something that should be, already in our society, in our world, in our global community. 50/50, it shouldn't be 50/50 Day, it should be 50/50 world and life. And so as a woman, just as a woman, people always say, why do you care? And I said, because I'm a woman, because I'm a human being in this global community. So the op-ed today, I really focused on STEM because that's where I did my master's thesis on, but also that's where all of the future job opportunities are going to be coming from in not only the United States, but worldwide. And if you look at those jobs, many are not filled by women. And if you look at women of color, it gets even lower and lower and lower. And then when women do hold those positions, they don't make pay. And so that's what the op-ed is kind of generally about. Has a lot of interesting statistics that you would go, oh, wow, I didn't know that.
And what are some of the steps to change that ratio? I mean, our goal for this day is to really talk about it for awareness, but then tactical things. So what have you seen works in terms of getting more women in STEM, more Latinas in STEM, and getting women to get to that equal pay, which we all want, to be valued equally?
Yeah.
What are some of the things you think do work?
We did a study, something's in my eye. Of course, once we went live, something flew into my eye.
Okay.
Oh my God, so did I? No, that's okay.
Okay.
Sorry. I just can't see.
Me. I'm like,
I'm just gonna do
your eyes
with my eyes closed. No, there's so many things that we can do. First is exposing women to the idea of math and science at an early age. When you look at any woman who's successful in this field, I interviewed in my thesis, many professional women in STEM, and the one thing they always said was they turned to math and science early because of a teacher, because of a parent, because of a community leader. And that led them on this path to success and economic mobility. And so oftentimes we still live by the myth of boys are better at math. I mean, it's something so silly and simple.
Well, it's interesting. I have she's almost 14 and really into math. And my husband's a professor of robotics, so this is a big issue for us. We're deep into the kind of math and science, and we know that this is the age where girls are somehow in society or the class structure. This is where the interest and it changes, and whether it's through encouragement or the infrastructure or support. So I feel like the doubling down of support around young women around this. But I wonder if you've seen a change. I mean, since you were working on your master's, it feels like there's been so much focus on STEM. And I mean, I know I'm kind of in it more, just in the technology math side of things, but do you feel the outcomes of all that focus? Are you kind of seeing the results of
that? I do feel like we're taking small steps. There's some small progress. I think there's amazing organizations, Girls Who Code, Tecnolo Chicas, Girls Inc. I mean, there's a lot of organizations that you didn't hear about before that are focusing their efforts and their programs towards after-school programs. The Eva Longoria Foundation sponsors a robotics program, an after-school robotics program, and you see these 8-year-olds building things.
Love it.
And you're, what? And you just look at this little 8-year-old tiny little girl and you go, she's going to be an astronaut. Like, she's going to save the world later in life.
Actually, you tell us more about your foundation. So tell us the different focuses on it.
Well, you know, a lot of people go, why Latinos? Why this? I had when you do any kind of charitable work, you have to be laser focused to make a sustainable and effective change. You know, you can do everything, but you can't do everything well. And so I decided to focus on the community in which I came from, and also, you know, being a Latina, we're the fastest growing demographic in the United States, yet we're the most undereducated. So I knew I wanted to focus on Latinas. I knew I wanted to focus on this future workforce of America. Yeah. I want, my foundation has done so many things. We have educational programs and we have entrepreneur programs. And most of our educational programs focus on after school activities, extracurricular activities, getting young girls at a young age interested in any kind of STEM field. And then we have a parental engagement program, teaching parents how to help navigate their child's educational journey. So many parents, specifically parents of color, feel intimidated to interact with the school. They don't know what questions to ask. And so we really arm the parents with getting involved, asking the questions, advocating for their child. I want my child to be in a higher level math class. I want my child to be in that higher level English class. And so it's in a nutshell what our
it's so right, because you really do have to muscle in. And I think also just the whole ecosystem of school, it is an ecosystem with the teachers and the parents and the students all working together, and the communication system and the pushing for things. And I love that you're doing that kind of education. And I feel like you've also mentorship, because in our film 50/50, which this day is from, like, that's such an important part, creating that infrastructure of mentorship. So can you talk a little bit about mentorship and the work you're doing with that?
We definitely focus on mentorship because we believe women cannot be what they cannot see. And so a lot of young girls, you know, they go, oh, I don't have a doctor who's a female in my life. I don't know a female engineer. And so we go, they're out there. So we just connect those people to them. And also, you know, giving mentorship, learning from your mistakes and passing that on to a younger person, learning from, especially in STEM where it's education heavy. Yeah. You have to know what classes to take, what to take first. STEM also is building blocks of classes. So if you missed that, you can't take that. And
you fall into a different track and then you can't ever recover from that.
Yeah. And you can't jump tracks. Yeah.
Well, listen, you've been such an amazing advocate of 50/50 Day. It's so wonderful. I can't wait to meet you live. We've had so many correspondences through all the different channels and the op-ed, and we're just your voice in all of this. It's so important. And our goal for this day is to really aggregate all the conversations, because everyone is focusing on these different pockets and different issues. And if we bring it all together on the bigger goal, our goal is to really move this conversation forward. So I thank you for all of your amazing push on 50/50 Day. We really are grateful for that. And
thank you. Thank you for including me. I think what you guys have started is truly a movement, and it's been really an honor to be a part of it, because you're right. I mean, everybody's doing so many amazing things, and you guys are connecting the dots as opposed to all of us doing our own projects in these silos. There's so much we can do together, and you guys are connecting those dots. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. And it's going to be an annual event, so we'll have to figure out how to get the students that are working with you at the foundation involved, because they're the next generation. I mean, we had this wonderful speaker on earlier, Michael Kimmel, who actually works on masculinity and men. And he said, I have great hope for the future when I look at the youth. And so let's the future, nurturing, mentoring, providing the infrastructure, to raise everyone up, lift the next one up so that we can get to a more gender balanced world that's better for everyone. So thank you, Eva, for all the work you do.
Thank you. Thanks, Tiffany.
Bye-bye.